Welcome back. A new artificial intelligence-powered media platform that aims to help stroke survivors was launched this week during the World Stroke Congress in Toronto. In the Room with the Stroke Survivor lets users have one-on-one interactions with stroke survivors for a first-hand perspective of the disease and recovery from it. For more on that, we're joined live by Sarah Coward. She is the CEO and co-founder of In the Room. Thank you so much for joining us. This seems extremely interesting. Tell us a little bit more about this platform, how it got started. What was the inspiration?
Yeah, well, first, thanks very much for having me. It's great to be able to talk about this launch here in Toronto this week. So we actually started our work with conversational media when we were seeking to preserve the experience of speaking to survivors of the Holocaust and thinking about how next generations of kids wouldn't have the opportunity to meet them and hear their stories. So we developed our conversational media platform to enable people to connect with those they wouldn't normally get to meet. And in this circumstance at the World Stroke Congress, we're enabling people to meet Stacey Brooke, who is a stroke survivor.
This is unbelievable stuff. I mean, we hear so much about AI and how it's advancing technology. It might be a little bit scary for some people, but in so many ways, it's helping many people through some pretty challenging times. What are you hearing from people who are using the platform?
Absolutely. We've had some fantastic feedback. For example, somebody saying that they had a more in-depth conversation with Stacey than they did with somebody that they care for, because it enables you to have a safe space where you can ask questions to somebody with lived experience, but they're not there live. So it gives you that protected space where you can ask questions that you might feel are a little bit more sensitive. And that's a great opportunity for people to connect with someone like Stacey.
Recovering from a stroke could be extremely challenging, and I'm wondering, talk about some of those challenges and how this platform is going to help with some of the recovery, and it's a long one.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. So particularly, it's not just about the stroke survivor who's going through their challenging recovery themselves. They might have issues around memory loss. They might have issues around speech and all of the physiotherapy that needs to go with that, although obviously that's the expertise of the World Stroke Organization. But it's also the loved ones, the families and carers that really need some additional support. So now people globally can connect with the real experience of a stroke survivor, anytime, any place.
I feel like we're just on the cutting edge of what the power of AI can really do. How do you see this technology advancing, not just what you're doing right now, but healthcare in general?
Absolutely. We think that our technology and similar technologies have got a fantastic application across healthcare, well-being and other major industries, because it enables people to connect with experts for expert Q&As, people with lived experience, people who might be recovering from other conditions such as cancer, and enables people worldwide, wherever they are, to ask trusted voices questions about those topics and get a response immediately.
For a lot of people who are watching who have relatives who are suffering some sort of cognitive disease or issue, whether it's Alzheimer's, whether it's Parkinson's, do you think that AI is going to also be able to help patients and people in recovery in those particular areas as well?
So I missed the end of your question there, but I think just in terms of those conditions, the health conditions to do with the brain, this can be used to actually preserve experiences of people by asking them a series of questions about their life, their history and experience to preserve that for the future, yes.
And lastly, Sarah, before I let you go, where can people find out more information about In the Room? I think we've lost some audio connection there. Sarah, can you hear me? Sarah, we're just curious.
I just missed that question.
Yeah, we're just curious if you can offer some information to our viewers. If they want to find out more information about this In the Room, where can they go?
Of course, it's intheroom.global. And if they want to speak to Stacey, they can go to her website, which is staceybrook.com. That's Stacey with an IE, and then her surname is BROEK.com, or intheroom.global.
Sarah Coward, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us on CP24.